कैग की रिपोर्ट्स 14 रिपोर्ट्स पेंडिंग हैं जो कि पिछली सरकार ने टेबल नहीं की। पहला ही हाउस जो होगा उसमें उन रिपोर्ट्स को पेश किया जाएगा। आज की कैबिनेट में ये भी पास किया गया है।
Delhi has got a new government. Right after the formation of the government out here in the national capital, the decision has been taken from the first cabinet meeting that took place yesterday that all the 14 CAG reports will now be tabled in the Delhi Assembly. Now, what is a CAG report? CAG stands for Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Now, the job of the CAG is actually to go ahead and submit an entire report regarding the manner in which the government has allocated funds to different finances or funds to different ministries, and then also look into it deeply as to if at all these funds have been utilized by the government, these funds have been utilized by the ministries that have been given to them, and in what way were these funds utilized. Now, over the last many years, since the time the Aam Aadmi Party was in power, they refused to table any sort of CAG reports in the assembly. Now, as soon as the BJP has come to power, they have now announced that they will table all these 14 reports in the assembly, and these reports will actually tell us how Delhi has performed over the last decade or decade or so. Now, the CAG is, according to these reports, the CAG will tell the government that where was the money that was being spent by the Delhi government has been spent. This includes the money that might have been spent on the Delhi Jal Board, the money that was spent in reconstruction of the Sheesh Mahal or of the CM residence. Apart from that, the CAG is also going to tell the tell the entire country where was the money used during the pandemic, how much money was used during the pandemic as well. So on each and every front, how much money has been utilized, how much money has been allocated, and how much money eventually got used and how much money is left. The entire report has been made by CAG. A copy of that report has already been given to the Lieutenant Governor according to the law. But yes, according to the law, this CAG report should be tabled inside the assembly so that a detailed discussion could happen on that, and then solutions could be found as to how the optimum utilization of the entire money or the resources could be done. But this was not done over the last many years, and this became a massive political talking point between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. In fact, this entire issue saw the faces of the courts as well. In fact, the Delhi High Court also very clearly went ahead and stated that the manner in which the Aam Aadmi Party has refused to table the CAG reports, this is something that actually tells that something or the other is not correct. There is some loopholes that might be hidden from the public eyesight, and that is the reason why the government is not ready to table these reports. So, on the third day of the Delhi Assembly, that is on the 27th of February, it is expected that this report will be tabled in the Delhi Assembly, where detailed discussions will take place. Now, what will happen after the tabling of this report? Basically, once these reports are tabled inside the assembly, there will be an elaborate discussion that will happen on these reports, both from the side of the government, that is the BJP, and from the side of the opposition, that is the Aam Aadmi Party in this case. Both of them will have a debate as to how they can actually go ahead and improve the government spendings. But the point at this, the basic issue at this point in time is that the Aam Aadmi Party has not tabled these reports, which means the BJP also feels that somewhere or the other they were trying to hide some facts from the public eye. That is the reason why they did not table, because once the CAG reports are tabled, then the entire report will be out for public, and hence it would become clear as to in what places has any sort of corruption happened, if at all any corruption has happened. Remember, if we speak about the liquor case, the alleged liquor policy scam that happened out here in the national capital, which is being investigated both by the Enforcement Directorate and the CBI. The Enforcement Directorate, in its charge sheet that it filed in December 2022 itself, pointed out that this new liquor policy went ahead and actually made sure that the exchequer incurred a loss of more than 2,000 crore rupees, and this is something that has been mentioned in the CAG report as well. So once the tabling happens and discussion starts on that, we'll get a clear idea as to how the Delhi government has been spending public money out here. Was it for their personal benefits? Was it for the benefits of the people? Because remember, one after the other, there have been allegations of several scams that have been put up against the Aam Aadmi Party, starting from the alleged liquor policy scam to the DTC scam, Delhi Jal Board scam, electricity board scam. All these scams have continuously been named by the Bharatiya Janata Party, and they have alleged that the Aam Aadmi Party is grossly involved in all these scams. But once the CAG report is stable, it will become a hard binding proof for the Delhi BJP through which they can amp up their attack on the Aam Aadmi Party as to how they have misutilized the public fund. Things would be clear on the 24th of February this year, once the CAG reports will be tabled, and then eventually a discussion will take place. After the discussion, what could go wrong for the Aam Aadmi Party? If at all the BJP seems it necessary, they could actually go ahead and file cases against the ministers, against the officers who were involved in such alleged scams, because the CAG report is going to chalk out the exact balance sheet of the Delhi government, the exact balance sheet of where the money was used, how much money was used, the money that was the money that remained unutilized, where is that money, what purposes does this money has served, how many people have been benefited. All the data points will be mentioned in that CAG report, and hence it would become binding proof that the BJP is seeking at this point in time, so that the Aam Aadmi Party leaders could be prosecuted. So even after the government is formed out here in the national capital, the political temperatures are going to continue to be raising over the next few days, as the Delhi BJP will, or the Delhi government will now try to amp up more pressure on the Aam Aadmi Party to make sure to actually give out this message that how Aam Aadmi Party has been working against the people of Delhi. So it remains to be seen how will the Aam Aadmi Party eventually come out and defend such attacks that have been made from the Bharatiya Janata Party. But at this point in time, definitely it seems like that over the next few days, there is going to be a lot more pressure that will be built on the Aam Aadmi Party from the side of the BJP.